All right, welcome back to the shop, everybody. Here we are in the morning, well, afternoon, but an early one for my friends in Europe. I had to restart this broadcast because I did an update on this stupid program. It's actually a pretty good program, I think I found. But it reset it to Safe for Kids, which doesn't allow any chat. So we should have chat on there now. If you guys are tuned in, throw me a little message to let me know this is coming through loud and clear. Hopefully, we have a mic working and it's broadcasting well. Tim, how's everything looking? Does it look like it's going smooth? I think we've hopefully hammered out all of the issues that I've been having lately. So um, this Lotto is mostly traditional. I do have one that is not technically traditional, although I made it kind of in a traditional way, smaller knife. And these are all kind of more baseline models. I've been working on getting really creative with materials I use and how I can put them together. Um, just having a lot of fun with that, with colors and things like that. So let's take a look at these knives. First up, we've got a little mini native. This guy is some brown G10. It's got a ground blade, a magna cut. Walk and talk on this guy is sweet. Um, I've got some unique pivot going on here. So you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. It's not wanting to take a look at that very well. And then of course, you got the spine shot. This one has the little lanyard pin there at the end. Next up is our one that is, I guess, technically not traditional. This is one I haven't done for a little while, which is a little mini Tachi. Wanted to do one in this just to mix things up a little bit. This one's got a gray shield, which on this picture does not show very well. But she's front flipper with some OD green G10 and some green and black back spacer action there. Next up, let's go to one of my favorites as of late, which is the Shilin. This one has some really cool, kind of hard to, I mean, you can kind of see it in that light. It's got that camo carbon, the black, which is really cool. This one has, of course, the pivots, hand rubbed, magna cut blade. It's got that stop so it doesn't bottom out, which makes it really nice. Next up is some next. So Clint, you're saying you don't see my name under this list. I am scrolling through. That's like 253. So you're probably in there somewhere. If you got the email and you entered it, let's look. Just we're gonna hear me. Although Chris, this may be you right here. If you didn't put your last name, or sorry, Clint. It's Clint, not Chris. I'll scroll through so you can take a quick little look if your name's there. Of course, since it's during the day, my machines are on and air's blowing. We got lots of names here, so I'm pretty sure you're there. I've just scrolled down to the bottom here so we can see our number. All right, back to it. Little OHLB. This one, I don't know if you can catch on the picture, it has a green line in between the canvas. Of course, with all my lockbacks, I like them to drop and then still nice and centered. This is a first, so some of you may have noticed this. This is actually ambidextrous. I did not put a nail nick in there, and this is the first time I put two studs on there. So ambidextrous lefties can be happy with this guy. Got the backspacer there. Nah, Clint, you're good, dude. You are there. I'm pretty sure you're on that in that list there. Next up is a tail lock. This little Solitude. This one turned out pretty slick. Gray G10 that I blasted. Now this one, if this is gonna let me zoom in, there you go. has multiple orange lines. So it's like a 2-line. I'm kind of emulating what Westinghouse did, but doing it with G10. Of course, dropping again. This one's a very matte gray. It's just got that little black to make things pop just a little bit. For those of you that haven't had a tail lock or a lockback, they are a ton of fun. And last but not least is this Arashi. I've had a lot of requests for dark hand drub, so this one has the dark hand drub. This one has some cool materials, not old, but it's some stuff I got a while ago. It's called antique linear paper, although it is not antique. I bought it brand new, like, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. Then a carbon fiber shield. This model always has some great walk and talk. And then the thing about this design, I don't know if very many people know this, but I designed this knife kind of after the Norfolk Whittler that Tony Bowes did. I wanted something, if you notice, that does not stick up in either spot. So it's all flush joints all the way around, even after you open it. You got pretty close to flush even there. But it's all just tucked away, slides into your pocket nice and clean. One of my favorite ones. Is a very difficult design to put together. So those are the knives we've got. Yeah, Tim, I think you may not be alone. No, Clint, I did the shooting. It is there. So let's get to this. We're going to start at 2, and we are going to 253 because number 1, of course, is just the your name here spot. So let's generate. So I'm going to do 6 names. I'll do 2 alternates. And then if you do see your name, I mean, even send me a message or whatever now. I'll be reaching out to you with the method that you requested. But, you know, if you want to reach out to me on Messenger or Instagram or whatever, that works. And just get ahead of the curve and let me know that you're around. So let's do this first one. It is 64. Scrolling up to the top. Josh Popin, you are number 1. Next up is 117. Chris Matthew, you got number 2. 249. We're getting a spread here. 249 down here at the bottom. Dan Hayes, you've got number 3. And then 53. Steve Loopy, you've got number 4. 216, man, it's going back and forth. Keeping it spreading the love. Dan Wayne, you've got number 5. And then let's do one more. Number 90, right in the middle. Kind of in the middle, but not really. Michael Shellistak, you've got number 6. And then let's do my 2 alternates. Number 20 is the first one. Tibet Riley, you are alternate number 1. Man, sorry, sometimes that noise gets loud. Should have turned that off. And Jack, you have my alternate number 2. And of course, there goes my compressor 2. See the beauty of doing a Lotto during the day? Everything's on and noisy. I haven't shut it down. So hopefully it's not too bad. All right, let's gather this list. Let's see where we're at. So, Josh Popin, you've got number 1. Chris, number 2. Dan has number 3. Steve has number 4. Another Dan with number 5. And the last one, number 6, is Michael. And then my alternates are Tibet and Jack. You guys have my alternates. So, congrats to the winners. I will be, like I said, reaching out to you here right now and sending you messages or texts or whatever you put down as your method. I will say that it seems like emails have not been great. Unless you are super good at your emails and you don't have anything blocking it, like it doesn't end up in your junk folder. Emails, I've had more people not get my email saying that you've won and then have them miss out than any other method. So if you can put down a different way, I would suggest do that. And then I probably won't have any more lottos until the show. So the next show coming up is Blade West. That is in Salt Lake. That is like 20 minutes from here. I get to sleep in my own bed while I'm doing a show, which is awesome. So for that reason and many others, I want it to stay. So we're working on some cool things, hoping to do maybe a little barbecue the night before, Thursday night. We're coordinating things with the Blade Show right now. And then we'll have some really cool things with Superlative. I'm working on some fancy stuff. I'll have some things that I don't normally have at this show. So look forward to seeing many of you there. If you can make it, come. It's going to be a blast, and we're hoping that we can make it stay here. I know that Blade West has not had a good reputation over the years, so quite a few knife makers, big name knife makers are not coming. But hopefully that can change. I would love for it to stay here. That'd be fantastic. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. The week is just getting rolling. Monday's over. Tuesday's rocking, and we're cruising through the week. So reach out to me if you've won. I'll reach out soon, and I hope you all have a great week.